Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, and specifically the success that really seems to be starting to cling to the game. And you can just smell it from the money, right? Dungeons & Dragons has done pretty well over the years, but I think more and more people are starting to understand that D&D is the next Marvel. I think it's the best way to understand it. In the 80s, Marvel almost went out of business because nobody understood what it was. Nowadays, it's a multi-billion-dollar property, and you could see that Dungeons and Dragons is getting a similar type of momentum around it. So, and there's always been a good bit of there's always been a respectable, Actually, I would say I think in a single year, well, I think we already know it for a fact. I think it was WotC said that its entire revenue in 1 year was like $880 million. That's not even $1 billion in a year. So it's pretty scrub for global business, right? But we are starting to see a little more traction, a little more adventure starting to happen, right? As far as money wise for Dungeons and Dragons, and you can see it from a few different clues. So one, I do think that Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro are anticipating a lot of money to flow in from Dungeons & Dragons soon, from Dungeons & Dragons products that are not Dungeons & Dragons. One, I think they're going to make a fortune, a lot of money, maybe tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars off of Magic the Gathering Adventures in Forgotten Realms. That is a major product. It's probably going to be one of those successful crossovers ever. Also, Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance. Could not care less about this video game. I do not play video games. Even Dungeons & Dragons is enough to make me break that rule. But there are a lot of people who care a whole lot about it. So you have Dungeons & Dragons fans who care a lot about it, and you have video game fans who come to Dragons. And it's the same thing. Tens, hundreds of millions of dollars between those two products alone. You could be looking at $250 million to $500 million on two products, and that is why you're getting some really interesting brushes with wealth for Dungeons & Dragons. So what's the latest? The new short animation they did for Dritz Do'Urden, which features the voice of Benedict Cumberbatch. So increasingly, Dungeons & Dragons is being scooched right up next to Hollywood celebrities. Benedict Cumberbatch is Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch is the preeminent Sherlock. Benedict Cumberbatch is the is Smaug from The Lord of the Rings, which is a multi-billion-dollar property. Benedict Cumberbatch is a big deal, and now he's part of Dungeons & Dragons. Welcome, Benedict. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Why do you think Dungeons & Dragons is starting to snuggle right up against very high-end money projects right now? What do you think's going on? Love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.